And who else? Oh, good. Come on, bro. Very impressed. Very impressed. Are you picking up the kids from after school to go and door knock, or I'm picking them up?
I don't
Are
have.
you picking them up, Steve?
I told you I don't have. I don't have. That's why I said it. Don't take it as criticism.
I had my goth phase. I still have my goth phase, but I find it very insulting that you're comparing emo to goth because
I'm not comparing. I was like George Carl's.
Oh no, no. Wait. So let me teach you something. So emo was a whole phase in like the late 2010s or whatever. It was very weird, and they were all about the looks and the whatever, but they were never about the music. So goth is about a lifestyle and a personality, and there's very different types of goth. You have industrial, like 80s, new metal, like a whole bunch of different kinds of goth. Um, but yeah, and there are a lot of people who are part of the goth subculture who are very, very successful and active today. And they're still part of the subculture. They just don't look the part because goth isn't really about appearances. It's more about like your taste in music and that kind of stuff. Like I'm telling you, when I was 19, my hair was bright red, fire engine red. My father, I'm not joking, yeah, my father was like, "What are you gonna do with your life?" And I was like, "Don't tell me what to do with my life, Dad." Oh yeah, the whole thing.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Also, I just wanted to comment because earlier you were talking about grease fires. I had my first grease fire in the kitchen a couple months ago, and it was during a it was during an X space. I was co-hosting, and oh yeah, I'm not joking. And then someone started saying
That's
something that was
wild.
so completely offensive to me that I had like the pan on the stove, and then a grease fire started, and then I panicked because I've never had a grease fire in my life, and I tried to like remove the pan from the stove, but the pan was like seared to the grill, and so I couldn't even remove the pan, and I
Oh my
panicked.
god.
Yeah, and then I remembered I was like, oh, and then the flames were really high, like they were going up to like the top of the microwave, because there's a microwave on top of the stove. And then I remembered I have a fire extinguisher. I had bought a fire extinguisher 6 years ago, so for the first time in my life ever, a couple weeks ago, I used a fire extinguisher in my house and I extinguished the fire. But yeah, grease fires, kitchen fires are deadly, and I recommend and suggest everyone have a fire extinguisher in their kitchen that is easily accessible. And I blame Elon Musk, but I also don't blame Elon Musk because the Twitter space is what distracted me. But you're absolutely right. The biggest cause of like kitchen fires is distractions. So I've learned my lesson. I'm never cooking.
I mean, if you can multitask, everything kind of works out. You just gotta pay attention to make sure shit doesn't like start hitting the fan, and that's like really difficult to do sometimes. Like especially with something like cooking, where you have to actually pay a lot of it what's happening in the pan. Because if you don't, shit's gonna go south real quick, man. So yeah. Also, but I mean, look, on the golf face, I was actually kind of like speaking about the physical expression of that and how it comes out. I have a very particular kind, right? And I've seen this myself. So, but not the entire lifestyle itself, yeah, I think it still exists. And, to a certain extent, some of the music that I listen to, you can actually say, yes, I do embrace some of that as well. Because let's be honest, some of that music is really good. This is back then when the lyrics actually still made sense to a certain extent, and they weren't designed to kind of like make your life shit. So, yeah. That's a good pick. I listen to a lot of dark rock, like early 2000s. It's a vibe, man. Feels like a Matrix. I love it. Yeah.
Hunter, you know what I like for my golf phase, it's all about the Matrix vibes. And to be
Sweet.
honest, I have ADHD, so there's certain sounds or rhythms that really just sort of connect with my brain, especially when it's like in overdrive. And I find that industrial music actually helps me study. So my entire like university, like when I was studying, I would listen to industrial music. I'm talking frontline assembly, combi Christ, like you name it. Music like that, which to most people sounds like noise, but to me it almost helped to like calm my brain in a way because the sounds, it was like they like, I don't know, silenced the, you know, whatever, you know, it just basically calmed my brain down and it helped me study. So like Frontline Assembly, Combi Christ, oh gosh, so many other bands I can name, but I'm not going to right now. But like this sort of music, it really helped me, and I'll always be a goth chick. I don't look it, but I'll always be part of it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of relate to that as well. I still remember like this. There's like this one scene in the first Matrix movie where like Neo is falling asleep, and he's listening to this very interesting beat of music, and at the time it was like really popular, and it kind of embraced exactly what you just explained. I was listening to it myself. I like got the soundtrack for the whole movie because I thought, man, that soundtrack was great. You know, it's the most it's a really epic soundtrack, and so I listened to it, and then there were like these songs that came along with that because Time Warner, you can actually buy their whole album. And that was great. And that's kind of like where I fell in love with a lot of the royalty because I thought that was very nice. I used to do a lot of wild things when I was younger. I used to do a lot of gardening and such. And so if you like ripping apart the ground, you need a special kind of rage going to like help you out with that situation. So listening to AC/DC while you're like ripping apart the garden just to like get a hole in the ground or like dig a small trench, that shit was fucking next level, man. You don't even notice that the time has passed, but like once the sun is starting to set and you see your finished work, and you're like, yeah, bitch. But like when it comes to some computer-related things, having a slowish beat like that, which is not too abstract, actually helps you. Because it kind of like gives your brain something to hang on to. It's a music that you kind of enjoy, but also not enjoy to the extent that you would vibe out to like rock music. You know what I mean? Just so noisy white noise. That makes sense. That's how I make sense of it.
It 100% makes sense. And in fact, I'm sure you're familiar with EDM, which is electronic dance music. Yeah. So the grandfather of EDM is EBM, which is electronic body music, which is industrial music. And one of the earliest pioneers of industrial music is Kraftwerk. Have you ever heard of Kraftwerk?
Yes, of course. Kraftwerk. Okay, isn't that like German because it's Kraftwerk?
Yep, and they are epic. Like they have this one song, it's phenomenal, and that's basically like the origin of industrial music, and every single industrial band like has followed them, and it's phenomenal. Like their music, their beats, and all the new electronic music these days and all the dance beats and it all comes from industrial music. It's just like a softer version of it. But yeah, Kraftwerk is phenomenal. Sorry, I'm having connection issues because I'm not in a good place. So I'm going to go down to listener and continue listening. But thank you for giving me the mic.
Thanks for coming.
Hey, mic check. There we go. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
It's fucking operating on telecom internet makes you realize how incompetent people really are because the bandwidth is there, the technology is there. They just don't know how to direct the fucking towers to beam. Like, how or something, and the installation is not, tightened down properly, and so it's a little bit loose sometimes. And you can sometimes have the dishes, the arrays, they're bent or like they're moved a little bit. And so you have to like put them back in place and ideally fix them in such a way that they don't move. But you take what you get. I can't wait until like Starlink mini is the guys when I'm mounted to like the roof of a car. So for now, we go to the wall.
For real.
And I like Gary are.
Yo, Gary, what's up, man? Gary, you're in the expedition.
Hey guys, I am in Yukon territory. I am 22 miles from the Arctic Circle, and if you're not following, we're doing a expedition taking 2 Cybertrucks up to the Arctic Ocean, and we are embarking on our sort of final push tomorrow after we've charged for a bit here. We were busy today installing a charger, a Tesla destination charger here in this sort of oasis, as it seems. The Eagle Plains is basically about 240 miles in over the Dempster Highway, which is probably the most one of the most desolate highways that you can get. If you don't gas up here, you are really kind of pooched for the rest of the trip, because the whole Dempster Highway is about 800 kilometers long, maybe 500 miles. And so we're going to be crossing the Arctic Circle tomorrow morning, and then heading up basically past the tree line, past the boreal forest. Actually, it's really thinning out here, so we're going to be on these sort of tundra plains that apparently I was told that there's 160,000 caribou that could possibly cross these plains that we're at. So it's pretty wild up here, and they put a highway up here that it's not the best condition. But the Cybertruck has been performing very well. We've got some pretty beefy 20-inch wheels with BF Goodrich tires that are helping us motor through this pretty rough pothole-ridden washboard, gravel, crushed shale road. We're having a blast.
Are you on Starlink?
We are on Starlink right now. The place that we're staying here has Starlink, but we actually have Starlink in both of our Cybertrucks that we're bringing. And so some of you might have been following us. I believe it was on the Friday. We did a 9-hour live stream while we were driving up to Dawson City. Well, actually, no, it was Thursday. We were setting up all our equipment together, and putting the sponsor decals finally on and all this sort of stuff, which is kind of ironic because you can't see any of the sponsors. The whole truck is covered with mud. It's just pretty wicked. This is the way a Cybertruck should really look, motoring through the Arctic, just covered in mud. Yeah, so that being said, Tuesday we should be heading to the Arctic Ocean, and I will be attempting to fly an epic kite of Starman, and that hopefully that will coincide with Polaris Dawn. I don't know. They haven't made any announcements yet for that launch.
Crazy. So how long did it take you to cross? Because you boarded the expedition a little bit later, right?
Yeah, everything kind of ran late. I flew into Whitehorse, which is the capital of Yukon, and I got there on Monday. Yeah, I got there on Monday, but we didn't really assemble until Wednesday. Got up to Dawson Creek on Thursday, and so, or not Dawson Creek, Dawson City. So it's we're up in this sort of very rural part of the Yukon territory that is where the Klondike Gold Rush was. There's all kind of really rich history here, which is just really fascinating. The fact that there's probably 40,000 years of pre-ice age fossils up here. Like you could literally just walk around and find a mammoth tusk. It's just lying around here. It's that pervasive, and they, especially with the gold, they said that even with the Klondike Gold Rush, they probably only got about 10% of the gold this year. And this is not a type of gold that appears in veins. It's just nuggets, like little nuggets of gold that are prevalent throughout the area.
But you obviously need a permit, right?
You don't need a permit to pan for gold or anything. I mean, if you're going to dig up the ground, I think you might have to get a stake a claim and all that sort of stuff. But there are some mining operations where they just sort of dredge and dig up large areas to get gold. And they have I don't know how they process to find gold, but certainly more efficient than, taking a gold pan and trying to sift and find gold that's, running through the creek and stuff.
Oh wow, I didn't know you could just look for it.
Yeah, like I said, there's still lots of gold up here.
And what's the crew? There is Bearded, you, who else is there?
Bearded Tesla is who I'm riding with, and Tesla Tino is the other Cybertruck.
Oh, right.
And he's with his wife Nancy. This has proven to be quite the adventure. I think what makes it a little more difficult is that we have two Cybertrucks with 123 kilowatt-hour battery packs, which they're pretty hefty battery packs, and they take a bit of time to charge. So it is pretty challenging to try and get the charging at any sort of good speed, especially here where we're just on the level 2. But ever since we got the clearance to install temporarily a Tesla destination charger, we're actually charging at 10 or 11 kilowatt hours. So that's a lot faster than the 5-6 that we were getting before. And if you follow Bearded Tesla, it was kind of funny because when we arrived here last night at 8 p.m., we tried to get a hold of the general manager, and basically we went to the bartenders like, we need to speak to the manager because we need to get going with our charging. And he says, you're not talking to the manager. He's passed out drunk. And so I was like, oh, great. Now what do we do? So yeah, we got somebody to open the garage.
So you're installing Tesla charging port?
Yeah, the NACS, National or North American Charging Standard.
And how was it? Did you get is it official install or it's DIY?
Well, this one is temporary, so we did the wiring ourselves. It's not been done by any electrician. So they are bringing an electrician otherwise to put it where they actually want it. But we are bringing some more chargers up to Inuvik in the Northwest Territories tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get those installed also while we're there.
Also temporary, or?
This is the thing. Everything works on a different wavelength up here because I'm very detailed, and I'll send emails out very regularly, asking about a dozen questions, and then I get a response maybe later in the day or next day, and it's like one sentence. Yeah, sounds good. And it's like, but you never answered any of my questions. And so it's really kind of hard to deal with the people up here in the north because they don't work at our sort of pace that we are accustomed to.
Crazy. And
that being said, it's been very cold up here. 2 days ago, they had a big sort of snowstorm that went through right at the border of Northwest Territories and the Yukon, and they had like a foot of slush on the road. And luckily, we're not going to have to go through that, but we're pretty confident with what the Cybertruck can do. So this is also the challenge, is that since we're sort of hovering around freezing, will this degrade the batteries too much? And number two, whether the road conditions will diminish the range because we're having to slog through either mud or greasy gravel or slush.
And you don't have like any chains or anything like that?
No chains. It was actually well recommended that we bring a spare tire. So we do have one spare tire, but because the roadbed is made from the available rocks in and around, it's actually made with crushed shale, and shale can be very sharp. And when people get flats around here, it's basically not just a puncture, but your tire is just ripped apart. And so for a normal vehicle that comes up through this highway, they tell people, yeah, you should bring 2 spare tires.
So hang on, the shale that is designed to, like the sludge that effectively gets created, is like designed to make it more solid, right? Because otherwise you just keep. Is that what it's for?
Yeah, it's the available rock that they had, so they made the gravel out of the shale, so they made the crushed shale. But every once in a while, when the road needs some work, they'll take a grader out and they'll try to work out the potholes and the washboard, and then inadvertently, when you have a road grader, it actually kind of makes the sharp rocks protrude. So it actually, in so doing, you're using a road grader to flatten out the earth, but in a way that you could actually be sort of stirring it up, so that as you're having all these sort of shark-toothed razor blades that are shooting up from the roadbed as well.
Oh wow!
Yeah, that's the hazard of this road, and it's a road that anywhere from 1 meter to 5 meters of it sits on top of the permafrost, because they can't just sort of lay a roadbed typically, where you sort of dig down and then grade and then put different rocks, because they don't want to risk exposing the permafrost such that, if it melts, then the whole road will just collapse,
How was the food situation?
Okay, so when we embarked on Friday night, I went to the famous downtown hotel in Dawson City, and I had the sourdough cocktail, which is a cocktail that is a whiskey shot that has, get this, an amputated toe in it, and you're supposed to take the shot and have that toe touch your lips. Obviously, you don't ingest it. If you do bite or chew or swallow that toe, then you're charged maybe $5,000 for it or something like that. But it's a unique shot. I was the only one of the team who dared do it. It was not much of a big deal. It's a preserved amputated toe, human toe, that it really just looks like a blackened piece of wood.
What?
Yeah, it's a cocktail, the sourdough cocktail.
Crazy.
Holy shit, you guys, man. Next time you're having like one of those candidates taking with you.
Yeah, anyhow, when I get up to Tuktoyaktuk, which is where the Arctic Ocean is, Tuesday, I'm pre-ordering some muktuk, which is basically beluga blubber. So it's like, kind of like sashimi, I guess.
Wow.
Just have to try it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
I mean, I disagree. I would do it too. How do you do all this stuff? Like, who did you talk to figure that out?
Oh, I've been researching this whole trip.
Oh, wow, you're like maxing every experience.
Yeah, the other guys who just driving along was like, you know, like, you're in Tesla, he's basically his culinary taste consists of the kids menu.
So like everybody's super simple, but you want to like experience everything that you can out of this trip because you don't do it every time, right?
Yeah, I mean, who's gonna have a cocktail with an amputated human toe?
I don't know. That's wow. that is
any history on the toll, like who it belongs to?
I guess, you know, somebody got frostbite or something. So, I mean, I mentioned it has rules, like, you get charged if you ingest the toe. Like, some people just would have just sort of, like, swallowed it whole. And so, like, they had to have backup toes. So, I don't know where they get the backup toes, honestly. Hey, can you get, like, an amputated toe? You know, like, I don't know where they get them from.
That's wild.
This right now. So in 2013, one man swallowed the toe on purpose and he was run out of town and then came back seeking forgiveness for gossiping.
It's probably German.
Aber eine Toe?
Zia. It's called Zia. I can't believe it's actually human toe. I was like, wait a minute, are we talking about toad? Like, what do you mean? I thought you were gonna go into the, snowball lick the toads kind of direction, but then you like went really, really far south from that. It's like a toe, an actual human toe.
Yeah, an amputated human toe.
But how's the...
I don't know what to feel about that.
Said in 1920s, Louis and Otter got caught in a mood and they were like runners or something, and Louis put his foot to a patch of ice and broke his foot. When the brothers got back to their cabin, his right foot was frozen solid. So to prevent gangrene, they amputated it. I guess somebody put it in alcohol at some point. Sorry, but yeah,
Great. Yeah, I can't even. I really, this is like totally new for me. I don't know how to. It's not even the most fucked up thing that I've heard, but it's the most unlikely thing that I could have possibly believed. Like, if you would have made this up, I don't even think you can really make this up.
Well, it's a telling you.
Oh my god. It's totally strange. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's not even disturbing. It's just like fuck man, it's like I don't feel it like at all. I don't know what to.
Would you call it human ingenuity?
Yeah, I guess. A little bit. Owing to the cannibal without the cannibal part, yeah, I'd say so. It's more like very advanced editing, actually. Yeah, I know, but it's like more like a very advanced editing when you think about it. You're not supposed to eat the toe, but you kind of, you know,
It has the lips.
what's the funny what it tastes like? It's good, it's bad. Like,
I did the shot, okay? And it's like, okay, did the shot, but the toe was kind of stuck to the bottom. So I kind of had to shake it in order to make it touch my lips. So Raphael was like, oh God, you're not going to eat it.
oh my god.
But was there blue skin on it, or was it like
Oh, like I said, it looks like a blackened piece of wood. It's all
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but if you're doing alcohol that long,
Yes, but shit. We left you with the really important questions. What the fuck? Oh my god, dude. Hey, Mike, can you still hear me?
yeah?
can do.
Okay, good. Nice. I'm like doing this thing where I have like the earbud, and so I like switch them. I let one half charge, let the other one run out. So I can do it back and forth. That way I can actually just, I'm actually taking the long distance today for traveling because otherwise the internet goes down because I usually don't travel at this time of the day. Or night, rather,
Cutting out.
So you said you were streaming, Gary, like on X or?
Yeah, well, Raphael had the stream, he uses to restream. So it's on X, and it's also on YouTube, and he can have more than one screen up, and so we were broadcasting from our vehicle. Actually, if you look on my X, from Friday, I have this really cool clip, because we were going through this construction area, and we were just like, pothole after pothole. It was just almost like mud running, and we hit this big pothole, and of course the wave of mud just covered the windshield of the staggered truck. So it was pretty wicked. It's just like, wow. It was exciting. And it was live, so that we had like 3,200 people watching too.
Oh wow. Yeah, I posted in the Purple Pill, I think the video you're talking about. At Eagle Plains.
Nope. The video I had was it was on the Yukon Highway that we're driving up. So and that has all the action of us. It's first person from the windshield, us, going through this mud.
So what's the temperature like right now? Like how is it during the day?
Right now it's 3 Celsius. So it was snowing a bit while I was there.
Oh wow. And at night?
Just around 1 degree Celsius. So
Not too bad.
depressing.
Yeah. And you guys were sleeping in the hotels and stuff, or?
on the night before we debarked, we were overlanding above the town of Dawson City, and you can see where we were in the middle of a aurora borealis. So there was the northern lights that were keeping us up, actually. It's just spectacular. We were just above the city, and you can see all the glowing green and stuff. But tonight I am staying in the hotel room. They put us up. Although they found rooms. This place was booked up yesterday when we got in, and so Justin slept in the vehicle. Teslatino and his wife slept on the overland tent on top of the Cybertruck, and then I slept in the hotel lobby.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah, Northern Lights. This is like something I still like to see in my lifetime. I want to see that. I want to know what that looks like just to be there. There's no particular reason to do it, but I think it's just awesome to realize that the sky's glowing. What did that feel like? Was that nice?
Yeah, it's just like whatever is it's a solar storm, right? Isn't it like from the sun? Like excess rain?
Yeah.
It's particles from the sun.
Yeah.
They excite the atmosphere and then they create this type of effect.
And in fact, by the time we reach Inuvik in Northwest Territories, you won't be able to see them because we're actually above where the auroras are.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to the Arctic Ocean. Now, 3 weeks ago, we were thinking about, okay, well, let's go for a swim in it. But it's like, this is such shitty weather up here right now. It's like, forget that.
You're gonna try and swim in that? Like, you were seriously thinking of swimming in that next level of cold water? Really?
Well, the Arctic Ocean at the Beaufort Sea could be, therapeutic, I suppose. But, it's funny because, I mean, my real objective is just to get to that Arctic Ocean sign and have a picture taken with the Cybertruck. I mean, I've had a Photoshop picture that I'd done like 2 years ago that is like, that's what I want to do. And this is how it's been so fortuitous because I had this idea and I ran into Justin and it's like, he had the same idea. It's like, oh, when are you going to do it? And he says, I'm going to do it this summer. And so I said, well, let's do it at the end of August when I'm finished my renovations of the house. Of course, I'm not finished the renovations of the house, but that's another thing. So yeah, I'm doing this crazy trip, and it was running late, and yeah, my wife's not happy, but whatever.
Oh wow.
Okay, she's very supportive because, I mean, I told her, it's like, you never get a chance to be the first to have a Cybertruck at the Arctic Ocean, right? So, that's,
How do you guys have access? How do you guys have access to the internet? Like, do you have a mini? Like, how do you access the internet?
oh, like I was telling Wiggle, we have Starlink on, that's on the Cybertrucks. We have, Teslatino's got one that's mounted, right above his windshield, and we have one on the dash, actually.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And Starlink has been working fine. It's just amazing.
Oh, that's beautiful. So when do you reckon you will arrive at the destination?
Tuesday for the Arctic Ocean. You
reckon you'd be able to do like a space? Because I want to have like a space on this. This sounds epic. This needs to be some coverage on that.
It's gonna be hard to sort of time that, so I don't know.
It doesn't matter on the timing, just like let me know what it is. Kind of like when you're about to arrive, like probably like a couple hours ahead.
Adrian, I can't hear you by the way, so I'm gonna drop it and come back again.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, look, if you're like an hour out or less, it doesn't really matter when it is at. The only problem is like what time it would be at for me, but I can kind of squeeze that in. It's a historical thing. I'd be willing to. Navigate it down.
I'll try and ping you. It'd be just sort of like a Starship launch and hearing Scott misfeel and then.
Yeah. It's like that.
So distracted talking to us that the Starship's already launched.
Yeah, that was funny. It was actually hilarious. He's like, oh my god, it's launching. Yeah.
And they also Starship launch anytime now. Like it could happen over 2022, right?
Yeah, they have the FAA. I think it's very successful FAA, so as soon as that's green, it'll probably go right away.
So they brought it down on Labor Day. So yeah, probably maybe next week we'll go.
Adrian, I think I can barely have got a little smell from the always It's not me. I'm driving. It's no way I can play Diablo while I'm driving. Unless you're like. And then get Elliot to like, once he's finished with his course, to like ask me, hey, you think it's possible to like train an AI and bulk up something like Diablo? Because I feel like Diablo is really easy. And I think Diablo is a lot simpler than something like Minecraft is. Look, I'm basically sitting there. Yeah. Like I'm basically sitting there activating a whole bunch of boosts around very particular targets. And that's it. You know, that's literally what it is. You do math and then you put stuff together and you hope to more effectively kill things, and that's really the gist of Diablo, man. It would be very easy for instance, for something like a druid, like what I'm playing, an AI would be amazing, because it's a very, very simple thing that I'm doing. I'm just basically popping off my skills, finding the biggest fish, holding the target down on that, and I just keep dumping damage. That's all I do. Find the thing, pre-fire and dump damage, finish. Oh, the best thing is, I've upgraded my gear in such a way that the more I hit, the more my health comes back. So literally, everything is lightning all around me. Everything gets poison damage that heals me, and there's like crits on the healing. So I basically don't, I don't die as much anymore, unless I stand directly in a damage source, which is like really, really trying to kill me. But even then, not just the armor rating, but the resist is insane, man.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's like that ship in Star Trek Online that I showed you. It's like that, but that's my character on the ground. That's why I have such a great affinity for this thing, because it's literally that. It's the same thing. It crits the heal. It crits the fucking heal. It's the same shit. It's beautiful. I love it. The only thing that it doesn't do is hit. Like, if something hits it, it doesn't hit back because it doesn't have swords on. That doesn't really matter.
You could add thorns, but it's probably not worth adding.
So how is the Cybertruck in the cold weather? Like
Generating lightning storms, bro. So you have landslide activated. Landslide activates catastrophe stuff, and then that just keeps doing lightning damage. So I have lightning, and the reason why I have lightning in my build is because when I disrupt lightning, then the quick shift kicks in. Quick shift is like when you shift between human to bear form to human, like on that shift, you get like a small percentage of damage extra. Now, I'm not sure if they patched it to make it not stack, but I'm fairly actually it stacks. So you get like damage for every time you switch for a little bit. So you could do like, I think maybe 100x damage. No, 100x, sorry, like 100%, my bad. That's like that kind of DMG, that's really what's coming out of that. So, something like that, I think would be the top. Like 100% extra damage. Honestly, I kind of want to try something else out as well. But yeah. I have ranks of Envenom on now. Yeah. Sorceress, by the way, requires the same thing that technically I already have for pads, which is like a Tibbles.
I have,
So,
yep. But I don't have fractured winter glass.
I have an inventory. Yeah, we'll need that. I have like an entire inventory full of these things. If somebody wants to do like a druid build, I fucking got you, bro. I got all versions of the armor that you need except for the amulets.
Yeah, Barkley is Tibbles as well.
Yeah.
The Red
That's wild. So that's really, there's a lot of play for this season. There's like a lot of interconnected play for this season. I really enjoy it. It's great. Oh my god, this guy's fucking doing a full turn.
I like the fact I can just transfer some movers to my alt if I want to play an alt. That's pretty cool stuff.
Yes.
And like,
I think we should like take the most easiest meta build.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying. I think for like the easiest meta build, that's how we should start all seasons, then get all the Ubers we need, and then start leveling the character we actually want. I guess maybe, but we'll see, man.
Yeah.
Next week is good. I mean, not next week, sorry. Next season is going to be insane because we're going to get the expansion coming in, I think. So, yeah, man. Expansion is coming. I'm gonna play the character, man. Already, dude, the expansion on that is gonna be huge. They have like new rankings for gems, so the damage is gonna go up, man.
Did you see the new Spiritborn legendary, or I guess unique? It's like plus 10 to all skills or something.
Yes, I did.
Staff? Yeah, it's really crazy.
Yes. Plus 10 to all skills is insane because like that's insane. That's just literally insane because with that you can do like a fireball sorceress type shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That unique is insane. But plus 10 because bro was running like plus 20 on his skills for fireballs, which made him bounce more and do more damage.
Yeah.
And you have the staff. Somebody has the staff. I saw yesterday. No, you don't understand. Yesterday, one of my friends that was playing Sorcerer, we were killing like a bunch of Zero and shit. He got a 4GA staff that is exactly the staff that was used by that Fireball Sorcerer guy.
Oh,
difference is,
wow.
This was a 4GA perfect roll. That guy didn't have that.
That's even crazy.
Can you imagine the damage? Instant destruction.
It's like a GG weapon. Yeah, it's like top of the line. You can't really get better than that.
Yes. I haven't gotten a single fucking 4GA item since last season.
I got one.
Which is annoying, but it's okay.
Not this.
There's like one thing that it, like right now I'm just looking for amulets, and I've already gotten a few of them that have like ranks to fucking. They have like ranks to the earth skill for extra damage, I guess. This is like the main issue. I'm looking for things that have Venom quick shift on them, because you need quick shift because that's the higher DMV you want. Because if you keep stacking quick shift by striking lightning while you're doing earth skill, then you basically do two things at the same time. So you get the lightning down that procs, get the fucking earth skill down that procs, you get the fucking the quick shift on because you're shifting between bear and sorcerer cast, and that just like basically turns to procs the damage for the amulet because it ranks the quick shift. I'm sorry, that's like way too sciencey, man. I just realized that the build itself has like become more math than it has become the actual enjoyment of playing it, which is funny. But it's still hilarious. You like keep wanting to put that damage up higher, and then the only way you can enjoy this type of build is by helping a bunch of newbies. Tell them, hey man, you like this build? You want to try it? Here's some equipment to get you started. Here's what you do, and here's what I'll do. Look at this. And then carry them through things, you know.
Yeah. I think I might start a little slow.
I recently completed I have a 120. Okay, I have a 126. I have a 126 pit already under the belt. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah, that's as high as the rank will go up. It's like 126. Imagine getting like a 200 pit. Fuck.
That'd be nice. I'll have to attempt a higher one. I think last season it did like 125 or something. 124.
Yeah. We did a 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Right.
Perfect. And the problem is with pits, it becomes a time issue because to complete the level, yeah. That's what I don't like about that. That's really the issue. But so for like a 150, what you have to do is you actually have to kill the bosses in time for you to have like 6 minutes left over. If you have enough damage, you damage up until the point that you get like 6 minutes left over after clear to boss, then you have 6 minutes to destroy the boss, you'll make it to 150. Right, but you have to still get the damage down. I have no idea how people do like a 200 pit. That's just fucking insane. You gotta like roll perfect on everything.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's done it at 200 yet. That I know of anyway. I think 157 is like the highest, or 158.
You'd have to like shell out. You'd have to like shell out an insane amount of resources to make that happen, because you have to get people to trade you the stuff that you want. And understand also that there are other people working on the same thing that you're working on. So you always, the odd dog stacked against you. Which is kind of funny, in my opinion. Like, it's really difficult, and the worst part is that the trade is not built into the game, so they have to do it via the website. They have to talk to some random dude, and he says, yeah man, we have, go there. Guy shows up, maybe doesn't show up. You waste your time. It's just not optimized. If you wanted to do like trading in the game, it has to be like in-game, like you list it on the public thing, and then if you have the resources, you know, you get that, somebody mailed it to you. Oh, there you go. Fucking purchase is finished. Same thing like, that's how I did it in, Star Trek Online. I would do insane amounts of trading by sleeping. So, that's how it goes.
They're adding a group finder though, so that should change things when it comes to parties, maybe even trading, because people might title the groups, you know, trading item for item or whatever.
Yeah. Nice. How many comments does the space have? Oh, 281. Nice. Great to see you all here. Shall I post to meme or not to meme? That is in fact the question. Did you guys like my paranormal distribution?
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it was funny.
Normal distribution and it's paranormal distribution.
It's always nice to have these sort of family-friendly memes too.
Yes, yes. I mean, I am actually about to post one that's not so family friendly, but it's okay. Wait, what? That's where this is from?
Just reading a couple comments. Shane says, where's the game streams when y'all do them? You can find them on X, on Adrian's page usually, or in the Diablo community.
Yes. We constantly, we do these frequently, the streams. Why is it always that these sources are so wrong? What the hell? That pisses me off. Bingo, found the early source from 2019. What if my output then? Venn diagram. Here, look, Venn diagrams. How you can feel at any moment.
It looks good.
How many people were thinking that in their heads when you read this? Supposed to read the title, what the fuck? Yeah, they're great. They're not results. Brayden! I'm gonna invite him. The Cybertruck farmer.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I like this content.
Same. guess we can. You know, I have accepted that invitation. This is like my second time doing it, no, third time doing a Spaces, still trying to figure it out. By the way, I'm in a car right now, so if there's like periods of silence, that's because I'm doing things. But yeah, man, so how's it going? Tell us more about the Cybertruck and what you are utilizing it for on the farm, your farm. And then we have to press the little huge button there. It's like a little warm button there. Sorry. Talking to my wife there for the first time. So, yeah, it's been good. We actually went out boating yesterday. I don't know if you just saw the last video I threw up. That was pretty intense. I mean, if you have a cyber trick, you live like in a rural or conservative Republican area, you get some pretty options. And yeah, yesterday probably was the craziest. Watching a guy roll off the cliff after he was moonlighting me and wide open throttled it with his brother on the back. So, pretty intense. So, I'm looking at it right now. I was just sitting in line with my trailer was empty, and my wife and buddies were on the boat getting ready to pull in, and this dude was just leaving. He just loaded up and left and kind of mean mugged me, and then got on it in the parking lot, and I just kind of like shook my head, and then did it a second time, and his trailer clipped a little tree that he overcorrected, their boulder, and rolled down. And I had heard it, and it was like just barely out of my vision when it had happened. But my wife, that was in the boat and all that, watched the whole thing happen. And so when I heard it, I was like, oh my gosh, that'd be wild if that was that dude. And sure enough, they started freaking out and told me, like, yeah, he just rolled down the cliff and went up there to make sure they were okay. And my buddy helped his wife, and my buddy called back up. And shockingly, like, you see the video, like, my first thought when I saw it was like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a mess. But yeah, that was probably like the most surprising part about it. Was everybody did actually fine. Wow, you're looking at it right now. Which I'm sure you get this a lot. You sound like someone familiar.
self-righteous in itself. Where's he at? Where's Lord? Okay, Lord, to say something. So here's my answer to that. Crime is something that usually happens within a region. Rarely does the criminal find his way 2 hours away to do a crime, even when they're professional. Crime is usually local, right? Unless it's some professional people going for a sting and they know something. Right. So if you had the lights to go, see me, I would move different, right? And I'm thinking about this shit. I think about this shit a lot, right? But the reality is you would have to hunker down where you are and possibly move on things that would be local. And, alright, let's say that this EMP has been working out for 15 years. If an EMP hits our cars, that means
Are you gonna behave, Toxic?
Yes,
No,
bro. Yes,
we can.
Diego. Sí, señor. Sí.
Just stay on mute.
Shut the fuck up, Ice. I was talking to Diego.
Oh my god.
Diego.
Yeah, just kick him.
Such a simps, man.
Okay.
Everybody
Okay.
say goodbye to
Such a
Johnson.
simp.
You're killing our vibe.
Thank you.
Who is he?
I don't
Somebody
know. You
know.
got a phone to pick with someone here. It's you, Diego.
Anyway, at the end when he didn't want to,
When no one was paying attention to that stupid jab, then he started doing basically like pseudo doxing. It was a small room. It was just me, Tim, and Nora. And
Okay, if you
and
ever
Luke.
want to take another jab at him, tell him like, oh, Denise's name is
There's
Mary.
no shortage of jabs if they want to be
Lou, your mic is really bad.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Do you have your Telegram, Diego?
Yeah.
Okay. Just gonna say something to you quick.
Both Adrians are in the room.
Yeah, like everyone's saying I really like him, and of course he's streaming, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm always careful to talk about people always, period. And sometimes in Clubhouse you do have sort of personal conversations, even in a group. And, just be mindful. You don't want anyone to get hurt.
Well, but Thomas is like hurt by everything.
Can we talk about something? Not people and your beef with other people.
Sure, what do you want to talk about?
I like the Messiah. I was like, you never heard of the Bar Kokhba revolt, it seems like.
No, I haven't. But the Jews deny it anyway.
No, they don't. Everybody, this is history. Bar Kokhba revolt.
According to Randy, it's all about King Agrippa II.
He just sucked up to the Romans, and the Romans gave him all the territories that were taken away. But that's all. He wasn't a military commander. No one thought he was the Messiah. Plus, the Herodians. The problem with the Herodians is that their Jewish lineage is doubted. Herod the Great is actually Arab.
They're like the Khazars of the old world.
No. They're just because, again, if you don't know this, the Hasmonean dynasty, that's why they celebrate Hanukkah, when they revolted against the Greeks and the Jews who supported the Greeks, they forcefully converted the Edomians. The Edomians are from the lineage of Esau, but they are also intermingled with Arabs, Ishmaelites. So they're considered like Arabs. So they were forcefully converted. Over time, they end up taking over. They're actually more dedicated towards Judaism than even the Jews themselves. But that just proves that the Jewish identity is a religion.
As opposed to a race?
Yeah, because again, they forcefully converted the Galileans and the Edomians.
But I think their laws say there's an element of DNA, no?
It's a religion, in my opinion, because I've had this argument quite a few times. It's a religion, it's a race, and it's a political ideology, all wrapped up into one. Crazy, right? Only religion that's like that, by the way. Only race that's like that.
That's not what Francisco says. Francisco says all cultures are tied to the race. It's like look at Isa. Atheist, yet Catholic all the way.
I am not an atheist, honey.
That's exactly what an atheist would do. I'm just kidding.
Exactly what.
Are you Catholic now, Lisa?
I have always been a Catholic.
You came back?
No, I have never left.
Are you sure? Am I misremembering this?
Why?
Why are you questioning things in relation to Jesus? It's a couple of months ago.
No, I'm not questioning things in relation to Jesus. I have never questioned Jesus.
You believe Jesus is God?
I do.
The Jewish man that got crucified?
That's right.
He wasn't a Jew.
He was.
He was a Jew.
But even Isa, when you were like contemplating about like the, go ahead, Dia.
We found out he was
Well,
a
we
Jew.
talked about this
Not
before.
them.
Like, he wasn't in the Gospel of St. John. By the time he gets crucified, he's not a Jew. He kept telling the other guys they're not Jews.
What? Was Christ a Christian?
He's the first Christian.
Christ never said
No,
to anybody become a
The followers of Christ were Christians. Christ was Christ. He was
No,
God.
what I mean to say is, we spent a few nights reading from this very good historical book, and what it said was that in the beginning of the Gospel of St. John, the word Jew means one thing, and by the end, it means something completely different. It starts to be like Jesus uses the word, but he separates himself from them. So in that sense, the guy who was crucified on the cross is not a Jew, because at every step he constantly denied having anything to do with him. He kept saying, "You have the synagogue of Satan. You do your father's bidding," meaning the devil.
But he's talking to the Pharisees, man.
Correct.
Not talking
He's
to
talking
all
to the
Jews.
he's talking to the guys that say we are the seed of Abraham, and he says, if Abraham was your father, you do like Abraham.
No, but he distinguishes between the Pharisees and the Jews.
He distinguishes it, but well, I think Diego's argument is he distinguishes between himself and the Jews. So therefore, definitionally
No, it's
speaking,
not between himself and the Jews.
The
I
Pharisees.
don't know, listen. Exactly, but I don't know, like, I have barely slept, but I don't think, I mean, he is a Jew. He died as a Jew. That is also prophecy. You cannot say Jesus was not a Jew.
I think even in the Bible, his lineage traces back to Judah. So those are Jews.
That's my other question. So
traces back to David.
So that's the thing. The Jews, they've warped to certain definitions. There's a difference between Israelite and Jew.
Cynic, when you say his lineage traces back to Judah, are you speaking through Mary? Because Joseph obviously is not his father.
Both Mary
I'm
and
speaking
Joseph.
biblically, like in the Bible.
Yeah, but because in the
both
Bible,
lineages trace back.
But Isa, in the Bible, you don't have Mary's lineage anywhere. I've been looking for it, and it doesn't say her lineage in the Bible.
You're right. So the lineage in the Bible is Joseph, right?
Yeah, it does not give you Mary's
Which
lineage.
is not his
I have been looking for it because I was
And
studying.
people that hate Christians say that there's two lineages of Joseph.
Exactly. Not only, Randy is the one that taught me that. He said that he has an adopted father and a biological father. That's why the lineage in Matthew is different than the lineage in Luke.
This is a common argument Jews make, like Jesus is not from the line of David. Like if you believe in the miraculous birth, that's why there were quite a few Christians who denied the miraculous birth.
I'd say Jesus was a Palestinian.
I wouldn't go that far. And I'm a Palestinian.
There's a lot of Palestinian Christians that say that actually.
To people outside, the region was known as Palestine. It wasn't known really as Judea. Judea is just a providence in Palestine. It's like a province.
So why was he not a Palestinian then, Cynic?
Because there wasn't really a Palestinian identity. Like if you would have, even in our history, in our 1400 years or since the Muslim, like people don't go around calling themselves Syrian or Palestinian or Lebanon. If you ask them where they reside, they would tell you that. But they would tell you like I'm Arab Muslim. They would most likely identify with religion and tribe or ethnic background.
While we're talking about the Jews, who do you think wrote Hebrews in the Bible?
So Wesley, actually, most people say, this is a great question because when I was watching a lecture
on this, no one knows.
Yeah, but and early on they used to say what Paul, right? But now it's not known. But Randy was fighting me about that, and he was like, nope, the church fathers say who it is.
Who is it? Paul?
Randy would say Paul, but like today it is not known. Like if you
I think the style is just radically different from the letters of Paul. It can't be Paul.
You're talking about Mary lineage?
No, he just was asking her about Hebrew. But when it came to Mary's lineage, it's not listed in the Bible. And then when I was trying to figure out who...
Okay, so I'm looking for it, and
it's not.
they say, hold on, that the one referenced for Mary's genealogy is Luke 3.
Yeah, that's Joseph.
23 to 38. Yeah, but it says that it is often interpreted by scholars to trace Mary's lineage.
Oh, that was about Joseph.
It is Joseph. Luke and Matthew go through Joseph's lineage.
No, Matthew, I know, but I was just looking, I was searching on the internet, and it says that the Luke one is the one that is interpreted sometimes often interpreted by scholars to trace Mary's lineage.
You said Luke 3?
Randy doesn't think that
It's Luke 3, 23 to 38.
I don't know anything about the Bible, so I'm kind of curious. I was using I used AI earlier, and I purposely tried to get it to give whatever the conflicting thing that you and Randy were disagreeing about, and then I try to basically have it put it in a visual. I don't know if these things are correct though, but I put the link.
But Lou, I wasn't disagreeing with him. I was trying to understand.
The link. I'm curious if the AI was somewhat right. If you guys if there's some agreements there, but it's basically it splits it between Luke and Matthew, and I structured it in a way where it's they meet and they have just look at it. I don't know if it's right or not. You don't follow.
And then Diego, what were you saying about Randy? You saying Randy, and then we interrupted.
I said he doesn't believe in the Immaculate Conception.
Yeah.
Wow, Randy doesn't?
Rabbi?
What are you saying?
Yeah.
I told you.
Why are you saying that he doesn't believe in the Immaculate Conception?
A lot of Christians don't, because the idea is the Messiah is from the lineage of David. But if Jesus doesn't have a father, how can he trace back to...
No, that's not the Immaculate Conception. The Immaculate Conception is that she was born without sin. With for Randy, he says the Orthodox Christian doesn't believe in original sin. They believe in something called ancestral sin, and that's where he has he's basically saying that there's no need for, she's not born with original sin. So kind of similar to how the Muslims don't believe in original sin, and then he applies the original sin to ancestral sin. What is it?
So the Orthodox Christians don't baptize children?
They do, but not for the same reason. Not the same reason as
They don't baptize them to save them. Fucking hilarious.
Then why do they baptize them?
As an outward sign to the church.
Because that's the whole thing about baptism and when you are just born, right? To save you.
Yes, correct. For Catholics, it's always been that. And that's based on the Bible. There are passages that support this. You know? I mean, he thinks it's so stupid. Well, but he did have a good way of getting about it. He said that he explained the reason why he didn't believe in Mary being born pure, without sin, so that she could be the mother of God. And he said it was because of this original sin issue.
I understood that he said that she would be above Jesus because,
and I told him that can't be, because she said that her soul was saved by God, the Father, so it can't be that we're putting her above God the Father. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. But she is the mother of God, and I had the debate about that with him, where I was like, there's no other way to say it. She's the mother of God.
Well, but she is not the mother of God. She is the I mean, God cannot have a mother. Now, what she is the means by which God became flesh. But she's not, I don't know, this is...
Well, that was something, that was...
Have one day on this conversation as well.
I hate to break it to you, but the Lady Mary is a metaphor or a motif of the mother of the universe, the white goddess, the white lady, the savior of the world.
Well, because he's talking about the mother of the universe. Oh, but I'm not talking about Sophia and Juan. Oh, sorry, I thought something about Sophia last time.
This is a very interesting theological discussion. But I was wondering, if we could take a minute to hear some words of wisdom. Have you guys ever read the book The Power of Now?
Is that by Eckhart Tolle? Do you believe in the power of the now? Oh, I have a tickle in my anus now.
So, guys, how many generations are there between Aaron and Zechariah, father of John the Baptist?
How many generations? Who cares? How many generations, since fucking Egypt and you? I mean, how many generations between you and the ancient Etruscans or some shit? Like, how many generations, honestly?
Let me just say this. Nora, gold, I have found out. So what they say is that they are the experience that describes us of Mary because it differs from the other guy. Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, but the reason Randy said it differs is because one's the biological and the other is the adopted. That's what it's but this is, I'm looking at it right now. It's it's a lot more in depth and detailed. But the reason I'm asking is because about Zechariah and Aaron.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about your question. Why don't you tell us what the gospel is?
Would you say that there's a lot of generations in between?
Yeah, there's a lot of obviously. Many Jews. Many Jews. These Jews come on you, and they are committing genocide right now in Gaza. Listen, Cynic, I hate to tell you this, but, Cynic, you're a moron. Cynic, I want to drive you crazy to prove that you're retarded. But this makes it even worse for you all. It doesn't matter, your rooms are shut.
Here's the problem that I see with you and AI. You want AI to do grand motherfucking tasks that are really nice.
Because you need to leave yourself out.
Oh my God. Why do you think that you see him? Why do you think you see him dancing with the Khazars in that video?
Man, my fellow N-word
pronounce it correctly. Kaiser.
We pronounce the way we like it then. Cast off.
Why are you hanging out with Ludwig? Ludwig's always calling people gay.
Because you're gay.
Wait, I'm coming back for some action. Hold on, wait. Don't
Alright? He called you gay because you're gay. It's the same thing if I say, hey, you black bitch, or something like that. She's black and she's a bitch. Alright? So this is a guy telling people that he calls people gay who's gay. So if he's gay and he calls you gay, own it. My guy, you hear it?
My guy, it's called projection. When you call a black bitch a bitch, that makes you a black bitch.
No, it doesn't. It just makes the bitch black at the time. You see how you think you can elaborate on it? You see what I'm saying? You can elaborate on it. It's not. You know what I mean?
Man, you trying to tell me how words work?
Yeah, how words work. It's called intent and what you mean. You can't tell somebody what the fuck they mean. You idiot.
Man, fuck you. Vote Trump and go to the gym, fatty.
Yeah, so you're gay. You gotta get him out here. You gotta get him out here. The dude is estrogen induced, estrogen-induced, sausage smuggling, import expert. He's an import export. Invite him back up. Import export back
Y'all
up.
was supposed to keep that parasite on stage for a few more seconds.
He's right here. He's still invited back up.
Parasite.
Invite him back up. Look, I invited him back up. I invited him back up.
Okay. Lucifer. Fuck it. Lucifer. We need you too, motherfucker. Yeah. Lucifer, talk to this parasite on stage.
This sausage smuggler. The one right to your left of your PT.
Motherfucker, I sell gefilte fish and matzo ball soup professionally. Yeah, Lucifer and I, we've been holding it down in these clown house streets for guys like you. We've been keeping this app safe so you clowns can run your fucking mouth, you motherfucking clown.
Put a cock in your mouth and shut up. Why do you think I'm a Jew? I didn't ask you that. I asked you, why would you think I'm a Jew? My name is John, my guy. Oh. Sausage smuggler. That's what people do with sausages when they smuggle them in the ass.
Man, that's when Jesus cast 10 pigs into your ass and you flew off a cliff, you N-word.
Shut your hot ass up. I meant to mute him. My fault. I meant to mute him.
Hey, wait a minute. What is happening here? Like, hold on. Where is yo, wait, man. Where you at, man? Y'all got rid of him. Damn, man. Hold up. Oh, there you go. Hold on. Let me invite him up. I hope he can come up.
Hold on. Always said I sound like a shit. What does you sound like? I sound like I speak Yiddish or Hebrew? No, always did. Not you, Lucifer. Always did. By law. No. Now, listen, let me tell you something. It's discrimination when it involves a corporation or anybody. I don't have to listen, newsflash to the room. You don't have to, and you can't be included in everything in life. Okay, it's not discrimination. Newsflash, that has nothing to do with me discriminating privately against somebody. Okay? It doesn't matter. Look, I'm not going to play semantics with you. You just said me discriminating against somebody is against the law. And it's not. It's not. Me discriminating against anybody is not against the law. We're not playing semantics. Me not doing something, me not allowing Adrian the Tall or in my house because he's gay, that's discriminatory. I can't get arrested for that. That's not against the law. No, buddy. Okay? Just like hate speech is not against the law. Exactly. At least so now apply that to that stupid comment that you did about discrimination. If I discriminate on the basis of a job or any social program or something like where I'm hooked up to the system and I'm facilitating it, yes. But if I tell you you can't, if I tell you you can't sit at my table because you ingest dick, that's not. I can't get arrested for that. I don't. Stop deflecting with different questions that have nothing to do with what I'm saying. No, it doesn't. You said discrimination is against the law, and that only involves public, okay? That only involves public entities, okay? I can discriminate whoever I want in my private time in life.
Okay. So isn't that contradictory, like out in public and then doing it in private?
No, because it's not. It's not. That's why you said it yourself.
Man, Lucifer, stop arguing with this one. I already filed a Human Rights Commission complaint.
Stop. Shut your hot ass up and go get some dick. Now, so now you said it yourself, Lucifer. No, but I'm saying, look, you said it yourself. The dichotomy is the public-private that we are involved in as citizens. So we are allotted some private, ideologues that don't. See, now if I say, hey, you fucking white bastard, and I punch you in the face, that's discriminatory and hateful, and that's actionable in criminal offense, as a criminal offense goes. But if I'm in my house and I say, I'm not letting these white people in my house, they can't do nothing about that. That's your own private.
That's not right. I already filed a complaint against you with the Human Rights Commission. You'll be hearing from.
You can fucking tell your mama the way she raised you because she failed you. That single mama. Okay? You can tell them the Anti-Defamation League, you can tell the Khazars, you can tell BLM, SLM, whoever the hell you want.
Yeah, you're so angry, man.
I'm angry. I don't believe what? Hold on. I don't believe what? Lucifer, hold on. Say it again.
I think you really not like that. You cool as shit. Like, why you
Nah. Y'all, let me tell you something. You ask one of my friends, brother. I'm one of the coolest joints, and I've always got your back. Right? See, this is for entertainment purposes, but there are a lot of knuckleheads who need rearing. And you can tell, like this one, raised by a single mama, who probably thinks his father's
Man, Edward, you projecting.
I can't project, all right? Your father's
You projecting again, Edward.
Okay? Your father, I'm just letting you know, your mother failed you. Okay, I can guarantee you, if you put her little...
Another projection from an N-word.
I know. Oh my goodness. But the proper racial epithet for me would be spick, wop, bagel, bastard, wetback. You know what I'm saying? The proper racial connotation for me, since I'm Puerto Rican and Sicilian, would be wop, bagel, bastard.
Man, your great-great-great-great-great-great-granddaddy was a Moor. You the son of an N-word.
I know I am. I know my great-great-great-great-granddaddy was a Moor in Sicily. And guess what? That Moor blood that's in me is most likely in you, and it failed you because I eat pussy and you eat dick.
Man, you still projecting gay shit. That makes you gay.
No, that doesn't make you gay. That's what you said. No, see, I'm saying meat. See, we don't, and that's something wrong with eating. Oh, no, there's nothing wrong with turning your chicken. There's nothing wrong with turning your chicken to Hebrew. Rah. You know what I'm saying? Of course. Fucking
Would you let Lucifer suck your dick for $1 million?
Not at all, not at all. But I'm talking about with him. Men are not supposed to be anywhere near sausages, kebabs, kielbasas.
It's hard to tell now because so many good-looking men are trans.
Wait, so wait. You don't eat bananas, do you? I cut them in half in little pieces. I eat them like tater tots. Yo, Minnie! Minnie, tell me you don't do the same, dog. I'm laughing. Well, I cut them up into tater tots, so you know what I'm saying? You cut them up like potato tots.
Yo, hold up, y'all. Real quick, I'm trying to listen to y'all and watch this Fear the Walking Dead and fall asleep, right? So as I'm watching it, the first episode, at 30 minutes and 21 seconds, when they're coming down the steps, when everything is jumping off, it says Library Week, Los Angeles. So I just looked up when is Library Week, Los Angeles for 2025, and guess the date. March 18th, 2025. Now, for anybody who's been here with us, see, I'm telling y'all, like my man interpreter says, the notices are everywhere. Shit is right in front. They ain't give us the date.
Man, the fuck you talking about, man? Did you go to the grocery store or the library? Did they sell you blueberry, raspberry there?
Swallow the semen stuck in your throat. Chill out for a hot second, Adrian.
I don't want to say it to the gun. Give me a second. So this is like for our people that are here for the information and shit. So look up Library Week, Los Angeles 2025. Look at the date. Shit crazy. March 2025. March 18th.
April Fool, N-word.
Hey, yo, bro.
Every time he finishes talking, his voice gets higher, right? So that means he's trolling, but it also means that he probably has the 15-inch butt plug from John Holmes in his ass.
Did you go to college to study that N-word? Man, I say N-word, I don't mean what you mean. I mean something different. Nostradamus.
Yeah, but see, but I'm not scared.
Nostradamus.
I agree with you. He said he's not, you can't really pitch him. He say the N-word. You make this the actual assumption that he's saying nigga. He can back out and be like, I never called you a nigga. That was you called yourself a nigga. Very smart.
Motherfucking Nostradamus.
But you're still taking in the ass. Shut up. He's a Kundaba for Lucifer. That's what his problem is. Go get.
I ain't gay no more. I ain't gay no more.
I like women.
I ain't gonna take out men on dates no more. I ain't gay no more.
Dude, you sound like you wear a fucking sports bra.
Man, have a little compassion. I got double boosted, man. Fauci killed me and made me put all this weight on my titties.
Oh, my God. So that's that hormone-induced shit you was doing, trying to lactate.
Actually, my nipples did start creating milk, and I started developing a uterus on my left ankle.
I know. That's what happens when you go and D-block upwards here.
Man, they do that heavy D in D block. I know you know.
I ain't never did a day on the inside in my life. They've done a lot.
Man, what kind of Sicilian you calling yourself, man? You ain't no fucking Sicilian.
Stay mad. Stay mad.
Yeah, that's what the Democrats and the word people always say. Stay mad. Stay angry.
You want to hear my mother's maiden name? You want to hear my mother's maiden name?
No, man. It ain't right. Don't say it now.
Don't say it ain't right. It ain't right. This dude is on fucking mad. I'm telling you. That dude is on mad. I'm telling you.
No, man, I'm high on life. I've been eating Kitover for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and love fix game.
You've been eating dick. Shut up. Got the legitimate squad crew everywhere going crazy.
Je ne sais quoi?
Oh shit. That shit is hilarious as fuck. They saying somebody's shit. I get him all.
They over there still sashaying. Still got sugar in the fucking loafers. You know what I'm saying? Sugar in the fucking loafers. Still light-footed and everything. Nah, but why he sound like that though? That's not his real voice though, right? Nah, I don't think it is. But I think y'all gonna think he sound like a bunch of things. I couldn't pinpoint one, so I just started to listen to the fucking chat. So he sounds like a bunch of things.
Man, what are you listening to? I just finished eating my Popeye's chicken.
What'd you say? That's why he sounds like that, Harlem. He's eating Popeye's chicken. I am, and it feels good. It's like when I touch a woman.
Man, that mac and cheese was like a solid loaf of bread. It was old. I could barely eat it. I want my money back, Mr. Popeye. What the fuck? Lucifer, man, what the fuck are you doing, dog?
Y'all can check out my what's the name? I wrote a little poem about a place called Hypocrisy.
Ooh.
It was like a childhood story, so just check it out. I wrote it. You gotta think you guys would like it.
You a hypocrite. The devil is a hypocrite.
Yeah, I am.
See, this is where I like fucking with people. You do know Satan and Lucifer are two different entities, right?
Oh, here we go.
Oh man.
Here we go, Dr. Theosophy over here. Motherfucking N-word, they're the same relative. Oh, come on, man. Grow the fuck up, Professor.
Well, if you're gonna say something, at least say something correct, okay? Lucifer is the light bearer. Lucifer was cast down. Satan was already Satan and Lucifer are two different people. Go look it up, okay? Yeah, I don't know. Is it that the light bearer? Because what is light in masonry? Knowledge.
Okay.
And that's what Lucifer was doing. Satan is not Lucifer in the Bible or masonry. People keep thinking it's Lucifer. They keep thinking Satan is synonymous with Lucifer, and it's not.
So they're delusional. That's what you're getting at.
Yeah. Did you know what the angels did before they supposedly did their revolution?
What did they do?
Played music.
They got ready for the blood, man. It was hyped up. It was like they had a hype up party. It was like,
yeah.
You know how you see the war, go into war. It's very important to get everybody, like everybody play a game,
Yeah. Can you dig it? You gotta get into it.
Right, exactly. Gotta get into it, exactly. Because
It's like saying all communication is hypnosis.
ain't nothing gonna stop you because you're on the straight motherfucker just run through.
And Lucifer wasn't the only one. There was 200 fallen angels that went to war against the so-called power.
Man, you you a black magician, N-word? Motherfucking wizards up in here, N-word.
You remind me, yo.
Man, motherfucking Kabbalist up in here calling Archangel Michael. Still can't make $10 a motherfucking hour. Fucking wizard my ass.
He reminds me of my man Black's mom. Every time my man Black's mom talked, she said, she was like, yo, God, how's it going or whatever. And she was like, I'm going to the store and shit. Everything she said was and shit.
Man, I'm sorry, dude. It was that blackberry seltzer I had. I'm a little drunk from the seltzer.
I don't like when people use a group to try to hide under the group, and that's why I talk to people individually. But in this room, it was these ladies and guys, and it's a fucking Jewish community, and you know I love everybody, so I'm gonna be hey, you know, hey, is this a neurodivergent safe area? Like you're not gonna just count me out, you're gonna listen to me and everything. They was like, well, if you've been diagnosed with it, and I'm like, well, what? Like, I'm telling you what I am. Okay, is it or not? Long story short, they kicked me out the room. They told me I was safe in there to talk to me myself, and then they started to give me rules, and I thought that was a bit odd. And I was like, well, you're contradicting what you just said was a safe environment. Like, what is safety to you? Like, it's all good to me, but if you look at yourself and make these claims of being what's safe and not safe, like, why would you kick me out and say it was safe?
That's how they feel you out to see who you are.
Man, they diagnosed you as a cancer, N-word.
So they diagnosed and so are they not hypocrites of their own? Because I started thinking about the Torah and the Talmud or Talmud.
The Talmud, yeah, the Talmud.
Man, it's called a motherfucking balance statement. An income statement. Just the gross income.
Don't let them fool you, Lucifer. Don't let them fool you. They don't follow the Torah. Look, the Torah, you know
Torah.
The Torah is the same 5 books.
Motherfucking rabbi over here, black wizard rabbi.
So now, shut the fuck up. So now the Talmud is something completely different. It's what they really follow in their temple. And then it's dangerous because even in the Talmud, you want to know what they say? What? Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Because I know when I've done my research, I got scripture that backs up that you're supposed to be like a righteous motherfucker. Like you ain't supposed to be.
Of course. But that's not what they think. You got to do this. This is the Talmud. I'm gonna give you one verse of the Talmud. It's from Sopharim, verse 15. It says, "Even the best of goyim should all be killed." You know what a goyim is?
What's a goyim?
Non-Jew.
You dumb motherfucker! It's called ego death and enlightenment, moron, rabbi, fucking fake ass wizard.
But could not the other people that are behind the Jewish religion, could it be mistranslated? They are thinking about killing when it's not talking about.
No, man, it's psychological.
No.
Right. No. I would certainly agree with you. However,
it's called a metaphor, N-word.
Shut the fuck up.
So why are they killing and hating towards one another?
Because it's the Jews against everybody. It's the Khazars against. There's a difference between Zionism and Judaism. Okay. Now.
No, N-word, Khazarianism and Zionism are totally different.
Shut the fuck up.
Man, N-word, you are a fascist.
Shut up.
Prove you're a fascist, N-word. Prove it. Kick me. Prove your fascism. Show the room you're a fascist.
Prove that you're disrupting the room and I don't want to hear you. See how we tried to characterize it? I'm censoring him. No, You're disrupting the room. We're trying to sit here and talk. Shut the fuck up. So now here goes another verse from the Talmud. Okay. It's from Yavamoth 98a. All children of Goyim are animals. I'll give you another one. Right? Baba Mezia 114b. Gentiles, Goys, are not humans. They are beasts. There goes another one.
Isn't that a mainstream Sunni position that Jesus is at the right hand of God?
No.
When he was ascended, I remember being taught that.
No, we don't. No one brings up
Jesus is at the right hand throne of God. Man, I was born to make fun of you. Don't you know God yet? This is called destiny. This is called your fortune. If I'm here making fun of you, clearly your life hasn't worked out the way you hoped it had. Otherwise, you wouldn't be listening to this loser go straight into your cerebral cortex and call you a faggot. Clearly, you haven't read enough Greek philosophy, cynic. You need to study the ancient Greek fathers to truly know God. Better than a child molester. Oopsie. A warlord child molester. Worse than a fucking abortion doctor today. You worship a murderer. Of course, it's pointless because you don't get laid. Your dick don't get hard no more. This 41-year-old bald Ashkenazi asshole is tearing you a new buttocks. You thought you were preaching and educating people with your wisdom of the Torah? Oh. I'm not triggered. I'm here to make fun of you perpetually.
I don't think anybody.
Gun would be analogous to the human body.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. You can say you can say the gun represents anything that you normally associate with human beings. You can take and put their names. The point is the real stuff of humanity isn't the gun. It's what the gun is hitting, right? It's the function that it carries out to hit the bullseye. Jesus can hit that bullseye without playing by the same rules, right? It can be a little arrow that moves on its own.
No, he's playing by the same rules. That's the part of the teleology, right? Like,
it definitely can't be playing by the same rules, or else it wouldn't be a virgin birth. That's supernatural. That's not the same rules.
No. But again, a virgin birth is empirical, right? If you're defining humanity in terms of teleology, then you're not defining humanity in terms of empirical restrictions. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So the rules are the empirical restrictions. We are all subject to them. If I want to be a human being, I have to follow all of those empirical rules. If Jesus wants to be a human being, he does not.
No, because again, empirical rules do not define humanity. They're not a part of the process to operate on our behalf or something.
That's not the point. That's not the point. The point is, those are the normal way that you can hit the bullseye, and that's the only way that I have power to do. I do not have the supernatural faculties that the Son of God has to hit the same bullseye.
It's like your opinion.
Following those rules. That's the key to it. So I just take it with everything else.
Isn't it all just a snake because a snake can fuck itself?
Adrian, you should shut up.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your extremely complicated.
Clarity, I don't know. He said she moved him. And then Conscience said she docked him to the hilt. So they have, not him, Starscream. So they have beef.
Are you guys talking about that television show on HBO, The Boys? How you doing, Robin Quivers? When's you and the Pepper Show coming back again? When you gonna hate on your fellow black people?
Why don't you speak in a normal voice?
La Bamba de
What
Banda.
do you guys have going on? What are you guys talking about?
We're talking about tickling our anuses and the Queen's budget.
They're gonna make you the best boxer alive. They're gonna turn me into the best boxer alive.
We're talking about boxing. Boxing?
Hi guys.
That's how all these people get brain damage.
That's what I was doing. Take the risk.
Mike Tyson staying strong, smoking that weed. Ah.
Black. This is our eternal problem. We
Reed is just showing the.
No, we're not going to play semantics on that. There are definitive points in history that turn to everybody. So what I'm saying is true. How can a bunch of white people appear in a bunch of black and brown region? It's not going to happen, my guy.
But what I'm saying is, okay, you're saying. Yeah, you just got it. They got it. Okay.
So what I was gonna say is, okay, so even all the way back, you have a great orator by the name of Cicero, and he literally left some advice to persuade the masses.
No, man, that's a street in Chicago. That shit all made up, man.
That's what I mean by program.
But so
Man, I told you, dog. It's a street called Cicero, man. It ain't a guy.
Why y'all bring it back up?
So Cicero said, if you want.
Right.
Right.
What about the second time this week that she has said my name? I don't get it.
Keep girlie's name out your motherfucking mouth.
Wait, who said your name? You, yeah? When did Sierra say your name?
Say my name. This ain't Clown House unless you dox and game. Say my name, say my name.
Damn, bruh, damn. So, you know what I'm saying? They said that. Hold on. She said my.
Say my name, say my name.
Shut up.
Get rid of that nigga. Fuck.
Wow, what a sophisticated shawarma eating, kanafa falafel making motherfucker. Listens to classic music while Jew derangement syndrome persists throughout his brain. He's got shoulder pain, they say. It's really just Jewish derangement syndrome. Go ahead and play a little Mozart, classify yourself up. Still doesn't mean you're not a low-class Jordanian shawarma piece of trash. Little JDS for dinner, I suppose. Little JDS for lunch, I know. Little JDS for breakfast. With a little scrambled egg. debating the finer principles of the Torah with people that don't read books, who come on here and follow you around like they're your slaves. Well, I suppose the slaves will serve. Oh well, I guess there just wasn't enough time to free Palestine. And now the polio vaccine is finishing the job. Genocide now, genocide Joe. But I'm making more money in the vaccines. It's all about making money. I don't care if I kill them all. Make one more Pfizer. Get that polio vaccine, making that money.
Why do you like wasting your time?
Because I'm over here making videos. I'm a video artist. You're just a moron. You just come on here and talk with people for years about nothing. Building nothing, just saying you're gonna make money. I mean, who's the neurotic one here? The guy who records everything and has thousands of videos, and he's a world-renowned video artist, beloved by millions. And you are just my product. Who here is the real Jew, I dare say? Ooh.
What about you?
You gotta understand, I'm a distributor, a seller. You're nothing but a buyer. I sell wholesale, you buy retail. You are my packaged, commercialized product from Jordan. A shawarma making, falafel eating, clown house troll. A product of Paul Davison. You don't even know that you communicate in the white man's English language. You are the slave, and I have bottled you up like a genie and sold you to Netflix along with Adams and Hampton while they blow each other. Man, Adams projects homosexuality in every single thing that he says. It's the funniest thing. Today he was talking about how he was screaming at somebody saying, "You're gonna go fuck a trans." It was so funny. Projection on this app, when people really project and they Freudian slip their identity. Oh, it's so funny.
That so I went there to help me debate, and here is spotted, and he was spotted in Isa's room today. So it's like I just can't take it anymore. I like him, but morning, noon, and night. So, and the whole app is projection, right? You have to have that self-awareness before you criticize something that isn't something you see in yourself, and I think all but zero people do that. It's constant. I'm watching people criticizing people. It's like, that's the pot calling the kettle black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. You see it in the real world too. I mean, I recognize it. I think when people say Freudian slip, they're really saying projection. I mean, that's really what's happening.
So
Are you projecting?
Driving off music, so I guess the way you use it, the phone and the since like you travel through the trust process, which you must
Okay, listen to this. I read something kind of interesting the other day. This is what it says. The Jews were often referred to in the New Testament and the writings of the Christian theologians as the children of Satan, or the people of Satan. In fact, even their meetings were called synagogues of Satan. And in a sense, I believe they were. It's just that non-Jews did not understand who or what Satan was. Hebrew attitudes to the Torah and the Talmud were far different from Christian attitudes to the Bible. The writings were never generally accepted as absolute truths, with only one meaning. On the contrary, Hebrews were never supposed to study their scriptures alone, for Jewish study consisted mostly of discussion and debate, pill-poll. Every line and every law was considered something to be tested and tried in the crucible of argument, which in a philosophical and symbolic sense could be called the principle of Satan. No wonder the violently anti-intellectual Christians consider the Jews to be children of an unspeakable evil, anthropomorphic personification of the Satan principle, even though this personification was made by the Christians, not the Jews. For if the truth was debatable, then the church could conceivably be wrong. This is from a book called Real Magic, Isaac Bonowitz. Bonowitz is witty and possessed of a mind that peers around corners. Magic is a fresh exploration of magic. Isaac Bonowitz is America's first academically accredited magician, graduating in 1970 with a BA in Magic and Thaumaturgy from the University of California at Berkeley. He is also the founder of in Dryocht Fine, a fellowship which is the largest neo-pagan Druid organization in the world. Synagogue of Satan, they say. They were just debating, kind of like what you do, Rabbi. Pretty much the exact same thing that you do. You might say that what you're doing is satanic. That's right. Yeah, according to what I just read, what you do every day on this app is actually satanic. So, Mazel Tov. I didn't know you were a Satanist.
Well, the more you know.
The more you know about your rabbi. Joey, can you please just get me one Hollywood role? I don't even need to be paid for it. You can just have the money. Just let me do something.
I'll write something with Jenna.
There you go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking falafel. Are you still working?
You keep calling me shawarma eating motherfucker, but I'm more like the shawarma making motherfucker.
Bro, you eat shawarma. You don't sell shawarma, my friend. You need to work on that. Get in business. Stop wasting your time in the synagogue of Satan.
What a total damn waste of time.
You said it. People play video games. So funny, Elon Musk, when he's on the X Spaces, he's like talking to people, but he's sitting there playing Diablo 4 or something. He's insane. Man, a grown man who plays video games, he's got all these kids. What a piece of shit. He's got like 14 kids. He sits there, plays video games all night long, runs his mouth on X Spaces while I record it. And my videos are now getting a lot of views. People know it's him and he doesn't give a fuck. That makes me think he thinks he's gonna get arrested or something. Like I think he's very scared. He's eating like a pig. He eats 2 steaks with butter every night. Doesn't eat any vegetables. And he's on Adderall. I mean, I bet you Elon Musk doesn't live more than a couple of years. And I think he's vaxxed. So I think he thinks his time is up. And we'll see what happens. But I got the videos. I was recording him tonight. Yeah, I mean, could you imagine I record all these years on Clown House and then finally I get an exclusive and I'm recording one of the richest men in the world and then I go into another room and I listen to like Hampton talking about how he wants to be a woman because women get all the best things. And then I'm like, I cannot believe that I ever spent time recording all these people because the public does not give a fuck about anybody on this app. But when you have Elon Musk talking, people want to listen because he has a mystique or an aura, which I think is totally unfounded based on, my observations. I think he's, I think he's like everybody else. He's just fucked. But he doesn't live a life of a rich man. He lives a very basic life. So it's just so amazing. You have all that money, you end up working all the time. When you have so much money, do you know how much time it takes to even spend your fucking money and to buy shit? You could spend years and years spending your money. Yeah. I just don't understand. What's the point of making it all if you never even spend it or spend some of it? It's insane. You got to enjoy the material life. That's the good life. Surrounding yourself in luxury. I don't understand why people don't get that. It's like, well, what do you think life is all about? Do you live like a pauper or do you live like a king? I mean, Christ was a king. He wasn't a pauper. Meaning that, how the fuck, when you have all these kids and you're worth all this money, how are you going to play video games all night long and eat a cheeseburger in your Tesla and then go on X and then complain about vegetarians? I mean, the fuck? Get laid. Go live in a fucking mansion. Go fucking be the king of the world. Like, what the fuck are you doing? He's fucked. That's what I'm telling you. I sold TonyShow.com to Tony Show, who was worth $800 million. He died in a fucking broom closet, and all his friends were leeching off of him. He had like 30 people living at his mansion in Colorado. Look it up. He sold the company to Jeff Bezos, and I sold him the domain name Tony Show because he wrote a book called like positive customer service or some bullshit book. And when you read it, you're like, oh, this guy's a fucking moron. Or you think he's smart, but he didn't write the book. And yeah, he was totally autistic. He rebuilt Las Vegas. He spent all this money. Total autist. Lived in a trailer. And he dead. I was quoted in the New York Times. Or I sent them all my correspondence with him.
Oh, wow. When did that happen?
I think he died like 3 years ago now. 4 years ago.
Did you make money on the domain name? Or?
Yeah, I made money on it, but not enough. I thought I was going to be able to shake him down because I knew he was worth $1 billion.
Yeah, exactly.
And he was cheap as fuck. He wouldn't budge.
Well, I guess that's how he made all that money, right?
No, he made the money because of Bezos and Wall Street, etc. But he lost it all. He died totally schizophrenic, alone in a fucking broom closet. Burned himself to death. He was retarded. I don't think the fucking guy read any books.
He rested.
Don't die stupid.
Randy thinks that he is the number one most blocked person on the app other than you, Adrian, but I think, fuck it, if you're blocked, you've already somebody blocked you, and you just want that relationship. You want it.
You know what I bought? I was at a department store, and they had like one of those pillows that you put in between your legs, you know, when you go to sleep. It's like an ergonomic pillow. Oh my god, it's fucking awesome.
That's great.
It's like the third pillow I never had. Isn't it amazing?